guys, I hope you're well. Welcome to this 20-minute express class. This is going to be a really nice, slow and grounding class. So we're going to work a little bit with yin and restorative style poses. So you'll need a couple of little props for this one. You'll need a blanket, and if you don't have a yoga block, you can just bring a firm cushion or a hardback book with a blanket that you can wrap around it. And also a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, just a couple of pillows will do. So just making sure that you have all your props before you start this class. And then when you're ready, we're going to use the blanket first. So I want you to bring the blanket and just roll it up so it's into a nice thin column like that. And you're going to place that lengthways on the ground and just come to bring your back body to the edge of the blanket. And just slowly lower the back body all the way down. So the spine is being cushioned by the blanket here. And then you'll just bring in the hands out either side. So we're going to have the legs straight to start with. Just allow the feet to fall out to the sides. And just take these first few moments just to ground. The blanket there is just helping us to open up through the heart center a little bit. So we're going to work a little bit with opening the upper back and the shoulders today. So just gently closing the eyes down. Just beginning to drop a little deeper into this stillness. Taking this time to connect with your body and connect with your breath. Slowly beginning to become aware of those parts of the body that are making contact with the floor. So we're going to start with the the heels of the feet. And the backs of the lower legs. Just allowing the calf muscles to soften and melt. Releasing the backs of the knees. And relaxing the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings. Allowing the hips and the sacrum to grow nice and heavy. Just releasing the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Allow the shoulders just to roll out to the sides here. Releasing the backs of the arms, backs of the wrists, and the backs of the hands. And just relaxing the back of the head. Whole body heavy and relaxed. Just dropping a little deeper now. Slowly beginning to become aware of your breath without changing the breath. Just bringing your awareness to the rise on the inhale and the fall on the exhale. Take in another couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, very carefully and gently, just rolling onto one side. So you can move that blanket away now and just release the back body all the way back down onto the floor. So back into a nice neutral spine. Just noticing any sensations in the back body here. The next inhale, we're going to bring fingertips up over the head, just stretching up through the arms, pointing down through the toes, nice full body stretch. Then just reaching up through the hands, maybe reaching up through the right fingertips first and the left. So you're giving the upper back and the shoulders a nice little massage on the ground here. Lovely. And then when you're ready, just beginning to bend the knees. You're going to give the knees a nice hug into the chest And just gently rock from side to side, just easing out the lower back. And when you're ready, just gently come into lie on one side, just taking a restful breath here. And then when you're ready, you're going to come to lie on your front body. So just coming to lie on the front body, and you're going to have the arms out at a cross shape. So the arms are in line with the shoulders, and we're going to come to lean on the right cheek to start with. So we're going to come into a yin style pose here called open wings. You're going to bring that left hand close to the chest. Use that left hand to push yourself up onto the right hip. So on the right side body here. So you'll notice that that is externally rotating and opening that right shoulder. You'll feel some sensation in that right shoulder there. Taking a moment to notice how strong that sensation might feel. If we're a little tight in the shoulders, we'll really feel this here. If you want to come a little deeper, you can lift that left leg, bend the left knee, and bring that left foot behind. So you're adding a little bit more sensation now into that right shoulder. If that feels too much, then feeling free to bring that left leg back to rest on top of the right. Just gently closing the eyes down here. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. In our yin style poses, we hold the poses for a little longer, helping us to get into that connective tissue. Fascia, the ligaments, and the tendons. Just helping us with our joint mobility and our flexibility. Just slowing everything down. Take in 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, just stacking that left leg back on top of the right. And we're going to use that left hand to slowly walk the hand away from the body. So you're releasing yourself down onto the front body, keeping that right arm exactly where it is. You're going to bring that left arm out now. So both arms are out in a cross shape. Just noticing those changing sensations in the right shoulder joint. And when you're ready, we'll go on to the other side. So we're going to use that right hand, draw it in close to the chest. Use that right hand to push ourselves up onto the left hip this time. So that right hand is really just helping you to balance. Just taking the time to draw your focus that left shoulder now. Noticing if it feels tighter or more open than the other side. Again, you've got the option if you want to bring a little bit more sensation here, just to begin to bend that right knee and bring the sole of that right foot behind you. If that feels too strong, then just bringing that right leg back on top of the left. We'll just stay here for a few breaths, just helping us to release that left shoulder joint. If you have that right leg behind, just beginning to stack it now back on top of the left. And we're going to very slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Just using that right hand, walking it away from the body and just slowly releasing the front body all the way back down to the earth. Coming to lean on the right cheek now. So just taking a moment to pause here, noticing those changing sensations in the left shoulder. And then when you're ready, just drawing the hands, the arms alongside the body now, bringing the backs of the hands to rest on the ground, palms face up. So you're allowing those shoulders now just to roll out to the sides, just to melt down into the earth. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Lovely. When you're ready, just bring in the hands underneath the shoulders, and you're going to push yourself back up onto your knees, coming back to sit on the heels. So you're going to need your bolster for this next one. We're going to come into a supported child's pose. If you have a couple of pillows, you can use those instead. You're bringing the big toes together, the knees either side of the bolster. Hips are pressing back over the heels, and then just walking the hands forward. You're going to bring the right cheek to rest on the bolster. So you should feel nice and supported here. The bolster or the pillows need to be making contact with the torso. If you need to put an extra blanket there between the torso and the pillows, then feeling free to do that. This is a nice grounding pose, helping us to feel nice and safe. Just gently closing the eyes down, allowing the shoulders to relax and the jaws to soften. These restorative poses are really calming for our nervous system, allowing us to come into a deep state of rest with an element of awareness. It feels nice. You can take some deeper breaths into the back body here. Just helping to stretch out those muscles in the back body. And when you're ready, just beginning to turn the head now, coming to rest on the left cheek. Staying in your child's pose for a few more breaths. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, just beginning to lift the forehead now, walking the hands back towards the knees. Just taking a moment to pause here, find that nice length in the spine. And when you're ready, just moving the pillows to one side. We're going to bring the knees together. I'm going to come back down into our child's pose, walking the hands out forward this time, bringing the forehead down to the earth, and seeing if you can ground the elbows into the earth and bringing the palms of the hands together into prayer. And you're bringing those prayer hands to rest at the back of the head. So a nice one just to open up through the shoulders, to ground down through the elbows. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Taking some nice deep breaths into the back body. And then when you're ready, just releasing the hands back down to the earth. Gently beginning to lift the forehead and bringing the hands back alongside the hips. Find that length in the spine. You're going to slowly release yourself back down onto your back body now, making sure you have your block nice and handy. So we're going to come into a supported fish pose, a nice heart opening pose. So we're going to place the block underneath the back, making sure that the top of the block is the base of the shoulder blades. So coming to lie all the way back down, and you should be able to allow the whole of the back of the head to rest comfortably on the floor. If you're up on the crown of the head, then it means that you have that block a little bit too high. So you want to bring that block further down, so you have that nice sense of opening through the heart center, through the shoulders, and the whole of the back of the head is resting comfortably on the earth, keeping the neck nice and safe. Just allowing the whole of your body to grow nice and heavy here. Allowing the jaws to relax and the cheeks to soften. Take in 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, just bend in one knee and just roll into the opposite side, just so you can release that block out to the sides. You're going to bend both knees, bringing the soles of the feet onto the floor. So just allowing the upper body now just to connect down to the earth. Noticing any space that you've created there. You're going to keep both knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. You're going to gently lift the hips up towards the sky and place that block or that book now underneath the sacrum, that flat piece of bone between the hips. Just allowing the whole of the pelvic area just to grow nice and heavy, just sinking down into the block, coming into our supported bridge pose. Another nice restorative pose. Just taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, you're going to gently begin to press into the soles of the feet, lift those hips up, slide that block out to one side, and then just release the hips all the way back down to the floor. And gently beginning to lengthen out through the legs. So just take a few moments now in our neutral pose of Shavasana, allowing the body to settle. Gently beginning to bring your awareness back to your body, beginning to wriggle the fingertips and the toes, bringing the arms up overhead into a full body stretch. Beginning to bend the knees, giving the knees a nice hug into the chest. And coming to lie on one side for a restful breath here. When you're ready, making your way back to a seated position, we're going to bring the palms of the hands together at heart center, taking 3 inhales through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep inhale. One last inhale. Taking a moment to be grateful for your practice. Namaste. Thanks, guys. I hope you feel nice and grounded and calm after that practice. See you again soon. Thank you.